I spy a chanterelle hiding under the leaf litter. Oh, perfect. It is so perfect and beautiful. Chanterelle genus. Look at those ridges. They are not true gills. They don't ruffle. Beautiful. And they are decurrent ridges, meaning they run down the stipe or the stem of the mushroom, which is one main key identifying factor of Chanterelle. Chanterelles. Beautiful. Let's see if we can find some more. I haven't looked closely, but this, I was gonna say it's a chanterelle, but I don't think it is. I was thinking it was gonna be a really big one. No way. It is a chanterelle. Oh, I see a couple here. Awesome. So right near the chanterelles, there are these large yellowy mushrooms, which if I flip it over and show you, I can immediately tell, basically from the top, but underneath for sure that they're not chanterelles because the gills are true gills, not ridges. They break when you try to ruffle them, and they are not decurrent. They do not run down the stipe. So right off the bat, 2 reasons I know this is not a chanterelle, even though it's a yellowish mushroom right near the Chanterelle genus that I'm finding right now. I think I see another chanterelle. This one might be a large one. Certainly looks like one. And oh, I see another one peeking out. Awesome. This is going to be a beautiful one, I can tell. Oh yeah. Look at that. I've had good luck yesterday and today finding nice, perfect condition, large chanterelles. So pretty lucky. Look at those gills. I just think they're so magical looking. So before I put mine in my bag, I try to just kind of cut or snap off. There, perfect. The bottom dirty section. There are a couple little bug holes, but this is definitely not squishy and definitely not too buggy for me. I almost forgot to grab the other one. I might poke around the leaf litter in here a little bit more since there's a few kind of hiding, or a couple kind of hiding here. I'm gonna move some leaves and see what we find. I see a small mushroom that I have always found. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. To be adorable. It's hiding behind the grass. Okay, this is Odomanciella furfuracea, and this is the beech rooter, which makes sense because I am in a beech forest right now. I love the caps of these. They're pretty gorgeous. There's Bioluminescent that have much bigger caps. What's interesting about these is that they appear to have a root-like part of the stem that goes deep into the ground. It's a little hard to see because I think I broke the tip off. It was hard to pull out of the ground, but yeah, commonly known as the beech rooter. One of my favorite caps to photograph. This one's pretty small, so it's hard to see kind of the details of why, but maybe I'll post a picture of one of my favorite mushroom photographs I've ever taken when I was just learning about mushrooms. Was a really big Bioluminescent cap. It was just stunning, gorgeous. I'll put that up on the screen right now. But anyways, yes, this is the Bioluminescent for Faracea, and it is called the beech rooter. So I'm glancing down this ledge here, and I see some golden chanterelles. These look like big ones also. Oh, I think I see a few more over here. All right, so I'm gonna climb down here. I don't know if I can do it while I'm on camera. We'll see how steady the dirt is here. I'm not really wearing the best shoes for this today. Oh gosh. Okay, wow. These are gonna be big and beautiful. I'm gonna try to stay on camera, but there's a really large stick in my way. Excuse me, sir. Ooh, there's some right here too. Oh, and there's a, I don't know if you can see it. Nope, you can't. Oh, there's a little blurry dot here that you can't see. It's an orb weaver, so we will leave him be and hopefully not get him in my hair. I need to put on my hair. Ugh. It's so humid and sticky, and it's gonna be 90 degrees today, so yeah, the humidity is doing the most today. All right, let's pick up these chanterelles. Ah! So maybe you've noticed, but I have, this one's pretty old and dry. I'm gonna leave it. Whenever I pick one up, I flip it over. I already know, I can really tell generally from the top of a mushroom if it's a chanterelle, but it's always good to flip your mushroom over and double check the other features that identify it to be a chanterelle. I have, when I was, I think, more specifically picking Hydnum species, so hedgehogs, had a couple that were basically like this in the ground right next to each other, and I picked them both, and I just did my quick flip over, even though I assumed they were both hedgehogs because the caps were so similar in color. Flipped them over. One of them had gills and not little soft teeth like Hydnum should have, so it was not a hedgehog. One of them was, one of them wasn't. So always flip over your mushrooms, make sure all your identifying features are there. This could be even in, you know, somebody who's foraged for years can make that mistake. So I'm not too worried about it with the chanterelles. I do generally get this right. Most people do. You can kind of tell by the caps. These are getting pretty old. I'm gonna leave these. They're getting all kind of burned on the edges, and they're, actually, this one's all right. I'll just cut off the little edge there. I just assumed it would be buggy, but it's not. All right, let's get this guy. I think he's pretty fresh. Oh yeah, nice. All right, guys, I'm gonna get up this ledge and put my hair up because I'm sweating so badly, so gross. Okay, all my arachnid lovers, you should be very proud of me right now. There's I think maybe an orb weaver, whatever it is. I forgot about it while I was on camera, and it's on me. I don't want to freak out. I appreciate spiders. I just don't want it on me. So I want to carefully get him off of me, or her. I might have to put down the camera to do this. I want to be very careful because I don't want to hurt it. I'm not one of those that like screams at spiders, but I prefer that they're not on me, at least most kind. I like jumping spiders. Those are sweet and cute. I'm hoping this guy isn't threatened right now. So I'm gonna I don't know if they can bite through clothing. But okay, he's probably scared, so I'm gonna try to get him back on this tree here. I have to turn my camera off. Okay, bye. All right, success. I was able to very carefully transfer him onto the tree from my sleeve. Thank you. Next time I'll be charging you for a free ride. Have a good day, sir, or ma'am. So I just found some beautiful Lactarius mushrooms. You can already see a little bit of milk kind of coming out here. Let me split it with my finger and show you. Ooh, mosquito, sorry. See that milk building up there? Oh yeah, there you go. And I suppose I don't need to explain why it's called a Lactarius genus. Because they lactate this milky-like substance. Cool. I'm going to take some pictures of these and try to determine which species this is when I get home, because I am not an expert on Lactarius. I'm also standing right next to an Amanita. This is called a destroying angel. So this is a deadly mushroom. I'm going to try to show you the characteristics of an Amanita or Amanita. So it has this bulbous vulva just underneath the soil, sometimes a little bit peeking out of the soil. It is pure white generally. Sometimes there's a little bit of yellowing on the cap. You can see in the center there a tiny bit. There are some species that are a little less pure white on the cap, but generally destroying angels are pure white. Now there's also usually a veil remnant, and it's called a remnant because when the mushroom was younger and it was more of a button, this lining right here, this really thin veil looking skirt, was covering and protecting these baby gills. And as the mushroom matures, this veil pulls away, exposes the gills, so then the gills can start producing and dropping spores into the air. So, as you can see, I am touching this very deadly mushroom, but that is not dangerous. There's a lot of fear around touching mushrooms, but that is perfectly safe to do. If I wanted to, I could even taste and chew and spit a bite out of this mushroom, and I would be totally fine. It takes ingesting the material of the mushroom for the toxins to do anything to me. So handling it, absolutely fine. And I think that they're beautiful. Beautiful but deadly. Well, this is a gorgeous mushroom. Oh, sorry, another mosquito. Absolutely beautiful. Look how tight those gills are. Extremely tight. That might be the tightest set of gills I've ever seen. It's almost hard to get on camera even. It's beautiful. There's some guttation here. You see these droplets? And it's pretty firm. Neat. Oh, it's a Lactarius. Oh, I see some over here. Okay. It's a Lactarius. So let's split this open. It's gonna lactate like crazy. Look at that. So very unlikely that this is an edible Lactarius, but it is beautiful. I'm gonna take some pictures of these ones to identify later. I'm so sorry that I'm sweaty, but I wanted to say that Lactarius I was looking at, I found a couple mature ones and I picked them up or kicked them over to take some pictures of those, and they were extremely stinky. They're not rotting yet, so it's a feature. I'm gonna make a mental note for when I look those up later to try to determine the species. Smell and taste of a mushroom are important, along with, you know, the trees that are surrounding it or the wood that it's growing off of, you know, in addition to all of the physical features of the mushroom itself. So it smelled rotten. So I don't know, I can't say what it smelled like rotten garbage or something, but that is something to note for when I'm looking in the books later to try to determine what it is. I might use iNaturalist as well. So I see just two little tiny red chanterelles. I believe that's what they are from the top. Let's check out the bottom. Oh yeah, definitely. So these are Chanterelle cinnaberinus. So they are chanterelles. They're just, and these are actually dried up by the sun a little bit. So usually they're like a little bit more vibrant, like red-orange, basically. So they do have slightly decurrent ridges. Again, not true gills. They don't ruffle. They're a little more stiff. If you find enough of these, you can throw them in with your other chanterelles. I'm not taking these because they're a little dried, and really it's not going to add much to the dishes that I make with my chanterelles from today. But I think they're fun to find. They're really beautiful when they first come up. Like I said, these have been in the sun, so they are looking a little light, a little dry. Nothing I really need to take with me right now. So here's an example of a chanterelle I'm probably not going to take just because of its environment. About 2 feet away from it, they just laid fresh pavement. I just don't want a chance this being sprayed with something nasty, so we're going to leave this beautiful little chanterelle to do its thing on the ground. I have plenty anyways. I don't need to risk the toxicity of whatever this is. Especially since I know it was done within the last week and a half or so. So I found a nice clump of Omphalatus illudens. So this is what some people mistake for chanterelles, and you can see why. The gills are decurrent, sort of like chanterelles, except these are true gills. They can be riffled. See how they're riffling? These are true gills. They're not tough ridges. They can riffle and they break easier. Let me pluck one of these and show you and talk about a few other differences. So they usually are in large clusters like this. Chanterelles can be in small clusters, but a lot of the times they're just individuals in the ground. And if I split this open, the flesh inside is orangey yellow. So with chanterelles, if you split them open, the flesh inside will be white to off-white. So those are a few identifying features of a jack-o'-lantern mushroom, Omphalatus illudens. Very toxic, will make you very ill if ingested. So make sure you know the difference between these and chanterelles before you just go out and start picking chanterelles. You need to know the poisonous lookalikes. Now, these sometimes are known to bioluminesce, so they can glow in the dark. I have yet to see it in person. It's less often than not that they do that, but they are pretty neat. They are very pretty, especially when they're fresh. These have bugs all over them. They're getting old. But yeah, they can be, if you're not paying attention, mistaken for chanterelles because of the decurrent gills. You know, chanterelles have ridges that appear like gills that are decurrent, meaning they run down the stipe of the mushroom. These gills run down the stipe of the mushroom, but they're true gills. They riffle. They can break easier. They're usually in clusters growing on wood. That's another big difference that I missed. So these can either grow out of dead or decaying wood or out of a root that's dead or decaying in the ground. So sometimes they can appear to grow out of the ground, but they are almost always in clusters growing on wood. So make sure you know that, because chanterelles don't grow on wood. They grow out of the soil. So they are mycorrhizal. Chanterelles are mycorrhizal, and these I believe are or saprobes, or these grow on wood. So yeah, that's a bit about the jack-o'-lantern mushroom, Omphalatus illudens. Actually just found some young jack-o'-lanterns. So see the clusters, and they're growing out of wood. All right, I know we are a fungi and plant channel. However, this is some really neat slime mold. So this is chocolate tube slime, or Stemonitis splendens, and it's really neat. This is fully matured and sporulating, and I will show you. So fun to play with. I love it. Look at all those spores. It's so fun. How cool is that? I might take a slow-mo. I think this is probably the most humid day on Earth ever. I'm actually not that hot, but I can't stop dripping sweat. I'm not a huge sweater. Just dripping. Like I can't, I've been wiping my face like crazy. I can't keep up with it. It's insane. This is disgusting. I'm almost done though. So I'm actually probably like 50 yards from my car. So this is really nice to be finding chanterelles and really neat mushrooms so close to my car, which is why I don't mind dripping sweat right now. And I have been drinking water, so I'm just sweating it out. Sorry, I look so disgusting. I wasn't even gonna bother putting makeup on today because I knew this was gonna happen. Yeah, just checking one last little area for some chanterelles, and I don't think I see any where I expected to, so I think I'm gonna head back to the car and cool off a bit and wipe off my disgusting self. All right, I'm heading back to the car and my not so great, oh shoot. You see that yellow? Never mind. I'm gonna make a pit stop. Oh, there's some other interesting mushrooms here too, but not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Okay, anyways, sorry, squirrel, I'm getting distracted. Let's pick up this nice, beautiful chanterelle. Oh, it's so pretty, I can tell. It's gonna be a nice, big, beautiful, gorgeous one. I'm gonna put on my camera light. She is big, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, but I'm dying. So I'm about to drop the camera because I'm so sweaty, I can't hold on to it. And my eyes are blurry because I have so much sweat in my eyes. This is ridiculous. But thank you. I think it's the beech trees. Thank you, beech trees. Whew. Sorry, I'm out of breath. Thank you, beech trees, for this last little gem. And there's been a mosquito on my face this whole time. You guys didn't tell me? You didn't smack it for me? Come on. It's the only time I'll allow you to smack me. Okay, let's go. Girl, good day, good day. All right, let's crank the AC and get the flock out of here, guys. was hot by that fire. Wow. Oh, I had to walk away and cool off for a second. All right, let's keep cooking. All right, I'd say we're about done. Nice and golden. Well, they start out as golden yellow chanterelles and hedgehogs, but now they're caramelized golden. Let's get these plated up and inside. Ooh, it's pretty hot to the touch. I'm gonna do this. There, this helps just enough. Hey, buddy. Sorry, you can't have these. Spooky, they're mine. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Ernest. Don't they smell good? Yes. Okay. Warm. All right, guys. About to try some pieces. I'm saving these for dinner in a little while, so I can't show you a full meal right now, but I'm going to taste test these bad boys. Ooh. I think I might add a little bit of salt to them, but otherwise the flavor is really good. I think I might have gotten both the hedgehog and chanterelle in there. So good. So cooking mushrooms over a fire is my favorite way to eat mushrooms. There's just no other way of cooking them that gets the same exact flavor for me, but my face is dirty, full of ash and smoke, because boy, was that smoke blowing right at me. And it's already a hot day out, and that fire was toasty. Well, these are... Tell us about these, Melissa. What are they? What are we doing?
We are at Arnie's house. It is about 12:07 a.m. in the nighttime, so it's really, really dark, and we're looking at jack-o'-lantern mushrooms. These are Omphallotus illudens, and the name illudens meaning like illumination, because they glow in the dark. So the little ghostly green glow that you can see in this video is the jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, I can see it on that one you're holding.
That are glowing just ever so slightly.